Welcome back to the Panthers Perspective. I'm here today with
Dagon Gifford.
And he is a senior at Aransas Pass High School, just like me. Why don't you explain us a little bit about yourself, Dagan?
Hi. So, I am a 2D, 3D artist. I create animations, and I draw, and just make art for a living and for fun.
So as a living, who do you work for?
The company I do work for is a video game trailer company, and bigger companies like Netflix and Mattel and Nickelodeon go to said company in order to get what they need for their projects, such as trailers, gameplay, thumbnails, and more.
All right. So with that, how would you say you can balance your work life with your school life? Because you're still technically a full-time student.
That is true. Well, it is very difficult for me, if I'm being brutally honest. Because while I do have a full school day, usually it is very tiresome for me to have to finish all of this and then go home and do like twice as much work when I'm home with less time. So there are days where I bring my personal computer to school to work on work at school. I have to sort of balance whatever I need to make it work.
Would you say you're kind of satisfied with what you do?
Oh, very much so. It's probably the most fun I have in any given day, just being able to create.
Do you see yourself sticking with this company and trying to move up through it, or do you see yourself moving somewhere else? How do you see yourself going about that?
I'd say it's a very small company. There aren't a lot of people, so there isn't really much rank to move up, but it's a fun job, and eventually I would like to move on to bigger and better places where I can earn more and do more with more people.
So yeah, what are your plans after high school? I know you say you want to do better, but do you have any specific plans or goals or a certain company you want to work for?
Well, I would say that most people, they move to college or move into going to college. They do college. They do college. But I am going to skip a few years for my own mental health. And in that time, I would probably like to apply for jobs involving cartoons. Maybe storyboard artist or character designer or background painter. Any of those could work.
Mm-hmm. So you want to take a few years off, so that means you do want to go to college? Do you have any specific ones in mind?
I would like to go to college eventually. No, I don't have any specific ones in mind because I don't care right now.
That's fair. What would you want to major in?
The arts.
The arts? Just something relating to that?
Something, yeah. Something that will help me propel my goals further.
You always seem so carefree, you don't know what you're gonna do, but it all works out for you anyways.
It may seem that way, but on the inside, I am stressing constantly, and I am thinking about everything that has led me up to this point and how I can improve on that.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to feel carefree is a coping mechanism. I'm kidding. But it helps me. It helps me stay chill and enjoy life as it comes.
Well, there you go. You help out with certain clubs, or you help out your book every now and then.
That is true.
You've helped out with this podcast.
I have. I made the icon.
Talk about the process of that, how we decided to make it and how you made it.
That is true. Right. So I went up to Casey. He was there, right, in the room with me. And so... yeah, me, Casey, Jesus, we all kind of brainstormed together what is a good appealing way to look at the Panthers' perspective. And so we came up with a few drawings, a little brainstorm session. And after we decided on what we could do, what we should do, I went and opened up Blender, which is a 3D modeling software, and created a panther paw holding a microphone. I then rendered said 3D model as an image and tacked it up against the background in Photoshop. I gave it to review, right? You reviewed it, said it was good. Went through a few iterations. The one that's on the thumbnail on YouTube and on Spotify is what came out.
And I like that logo. Looks good.
Thank you.
So do you do anything else with the school, or do you just kind of...
No, yeah, I sort of just do the mandatory work as you stated previously. Because I don't have time to waste. I don't have time to waste outside of school because Netflix needs me.
That's kind of like a flex. Just
Yeah,
Netflix needs me.
I can say that and get away with as many excuses as I need.
Netflix needs me. I can't be at school today. All right, well, I guess that kind of wraps it up. Netflix needs him. He's got to go.